Hello friends, you're watching Johannes. Before we start our review, let's make our disclaimer. This video doesn't contain any type of financial advice, so be sure to do your own research before investing. Also, this video is sponsored and Crypto Johannes channel has received compensation for this content. This information is not investment advice and involves significant risk, including possible loss of your investment. Full disclaimer in the description. You know what? Today we are going to talk about a stock that is outperforming Bitcoin for years. The top crypto idea is in an even bigger league right now because it has graduated to the NASDAQ and its DeFi Technologies, ticker is DEFT. If you want to know. Let's start from last year. When Tom Lee amplified a post by hedge fund manager Eric Jackson on X about DeFi Technologies back on November 19, 2024, the company had not yet joined the NASDAQ. At that time, its share price was 2.28. Today, in mid-July 2025, it trades at 3.25. And that's after extraordinary performance stretch. Eric Jackson of EMJ Capital has been writing about DeFi technologies for years, and with good reason. Since May 31, 2024, DEFT has been one of the market's best performing stocks. The QQQ ETF is up 22% in the same period. Bitcoin's price has risen 50%. DeFi Technologies has surged far more. Here's performance breakdown. 1 year, Bitcoin 76%, DEFT 122%. 2 year, Bitcoin 238%, DEFT 3,474%. 3 year, Bitcoin 339%, DEFT 793%. 4 year, Bitcoin 225%, and DEFT 339%. 5 years since July 2020 IPO, Bitcoin 1,039%, DEFT 9,275%. This is no one-off luck. Very few assets, traditional or digital, have outperformed Bitcoin over a sustained period. DeFi Technologies has done it across every single year since going public. The reason? This is not simply a Bitcoin play. DeFi Technologies business covers the entire decentralized finance ecosystem, with growth avenues across multiple asset classes and geographies. The company recently posted record quarterly results, yet still trades at a trailing PE ratio of only 9, a fraction of what many peers command. Its development opportunities appear to be limitless as far as I can tell, and the evidence is in what I just said. What I mean is that DeFi Technologies is profitable, scaling globally, and positioned to capture demand for both private and institutional investors as decentralized finance adoption accelerates. From what I see, the crown jewel is Valour. Valour creates and issues exchange-traded products, over 75 currently listed across Europe and the UK, covering the full spectrum of the crypto market. These ETPs provide regulated, exchange-traded exposure to cryptocurrencies for institutions that are barred for owning crypto directly, but can hold ETPs under the mandates. As you can see, at the May 2025, Valour managed 800 million in assets. Beyond management fees, it monetizes AUM through staking and lending, earning around 8% annually. This model is unique among asset managers in the space. A standout example is Solana. Valour's Solana ETP recently became its largest product by assets, at 274.9 million AUM, making it the third largest Solana fund in Europe. As Valour's parent, DeFi Technologies is the largest institutional Solana asset manager in North America, earning an 8.5% yield on staked Solana, up to 33 million in annual revenue, more than any other asset manager or public Solana holder worldwide. Macro conditions are also in its favor, especially given in the fact the Trump administration has declared digital assets is a national priority. Trump even selected a crypto czar, David Sachs, and I believe he is the man for this job. In January 2025, an executive order titled Strengthening American Leadership in Digital Financial Technology established the President's Working Group on Digital Asset Markets, tasked with producing a regulatory framework within 180 days. Another order in March 2025 created a strategic Bitcoin reserve and US digital asset stockpile, holding Bitcoin, Ether, XRP, Solana, and Cardano, and pledging not to sell, treating these like strategic resolves alongside gold. Regulatory clarity is improving. Restrictions from the previous administration have been rolled back. The SEC is developing a comprehensive crypto framework. Banking regulators are revisiting all limitations and opening the doors for blockchain-based payment systems. These policy shifts directly benefits companies like DeFi Technologies, which can expand products offerings and capture more institutional capital. The company is executing globally. The acquisition of Stillman Digital boosted institutional-grade trading capabilities in US. Valour is entering emerging markets across Africa, Asia, and the Middle East, aiming for first-mover advantage. The goal is 100 listed products by the end of 2025, up from fewer than 30 in mid-2024. It is also critical to understand the qualitative advantage of DeFi tech when it comes to Solana. DeFi Technologies also operates validator nodes on other blockchains, including Core and Cardano, applying its yield-generating model across most of its 771 million AUM. The average blended yield on staked asset is about 8%, adding significant recurring revenue. Another subsidiary, Reflectivity Research, co-founded by shareholder Anthony Pompliano, produces institutional-grade crypto research and has partnered with Beluga, a leading crypto intelligence platform, to expand its distribution. Another major contributor is DeFi Alpha, the firm's specialized arbitrage trading desk. Launched in second quarter of 2024, it has already generated roughly 100 million in shareholder gains in its first year. In May 2025, a single arbitrage trade delivered 22 million. These are zero-risk strategies executed across centralized and decentralized markets, with profits retained on companies' balance sheet. How many businesses do you know that set up a zero-risk trading desk and offer traders incentives to distribute profits to shareholders? When I initially heard about it, it was really hard to believe. The profits and the amounts are far more than expected, and I think even management was pleasantly delighted. Think of it this way. The trading desk has made around 100 million USDT in its first year that is kept in the company's balance sheet without the stockholders lifting a finger. Along with those that published research on the firm in the months preceding that point, a number of analytics have started covering the company after it advanced to the NASDAQ. You may ask them to email you those reports. You may find out the analytics thoughts on anything DeFi tech, NASDAQ DEF, by sending them an email. Today, DeFi Technologies is one of the only 3 profitable publicly traded crypto companies. It has outperformed Bitcoin over 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 years. It is diversified across dozens of leading cryptocurrencies, operates in multiple geographies, and it's scaling in the new markets. With product growth, policy tailwinds, and a proven management team, it is positioned as a rare vehicle for broad, institutional-grade exposure to the decentralized economy. DeFi Technologies also holds strategic positions in other profitable ventures. One of the examples is Amina Bank of Switzerland, in which it's invested 27.35 million when Amina had 1 billion AUM, in which it invested 27.35 million when Amina had 1 billion AUM in 2024. AUM grew 136% to 4.2 billion. Revenue rose 69% to 40.4 million, and it's achieved quarterly profitability. Operations Abu Dhabi and Hong Kong grew triple digits year over year, with zero loan defaults and strong capital ratios. The company's balance sheet is robust. As of June 30th, 2025, it held 62.4 million in cash, USDT, and digital assets, including a 48.4 million diversified crypto treasury, 208.8 BTC, worth 22.6 million, 161 ETH, worth 0.4 million, 1.59 million ADA, worth 0.91 million, 14,375 SOL, worth 2.22 million, 433,321 AVAX worth 7.79 million, 1.92 million Core worth 0.99 million, 4.91 million SUI worth 14.27 million, plus smaller uni and other holdings. It is an excellent corporation and stats speaks for themselves. Its founder, Olivier Roussy-Newton, holds 17.9 million shares worth more than 50 million USDT, involved in the sector since 2010. Newton started as an early Bitcoin miner before building the first NASDAQ-listed Bitcoin and Ethereum mining company. Confident that Bitcoin's rise would outcast his mining venture and IPO, Olivier Roussy-Newton launched DeFi Technologies, NASDAQ DEFT, as a mini BlackRock for crypto and blockchain. Investors in the company gain exposure to its diverse operations under the leadership of one of the most accomplished figures in the cryptocurrency industry. And that's the end of this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And check out for more.